February 24th, 2022, Russian forces cross the Ukrainian border, but this time something is different, impossibly different. Ukraine has technology that won't exist for another 28 years. Could 2050 military tech stop a 2024 invasion in its tracks? Or would sheer numbers still overwhelm even future warfare? My last brain cell is about to find out, and honestly, this one hurt to simulate. First, the actual 2022 scenario. Russia invaded with approximately 190,000 troops, thousands of tanks, artillery systems, and air superiority. Ukraine defended with determination, Western support, and tactical brilliance, but faced massive material disadvantage. Now imagine if Ukraine had just 10% of projected 2050 military technology, not science fiction. Real technologies currently in development that will exist in 25 years. What exactly are we talking about? AI-powered drone swarms. Not the DJI drones Ukraine uses today. These are autonomous swarms of 1,000-plus micro-drones working as single intelligence. Each smaller than your hand, equipped with facial recognition, thermal imaging, and 50-gram explosive charges. They identify targets, coordinate attacks, and adapt in real time without human control. Directed energy weapons, truck-mounted laser systems that shoot down artillery shells mid-flight at speed of light. No ammunition, just electricity. Russian missiles become useless fireworks 10 kilometers out. Hypersonic interceptors, missiles that fly at Mach 10 with AI targeting. They don't just hit moving targets, they predict where targets will be 30 seconds in future based on behavioral analysis. Russian armor becomes obsolete overnight. Quantum communication networks, unhackable, uninterceptable military communications using quantum entanglement. Russia's cyber warfare capabilities become completely irrelevant. Exoskeleton infantry. Soldiers wearing powered armor that increases strength 20x, includes integrated targeting systems, and provides protection against small arms fire. One Ukrainian soldier becomes equivalent to entire squad. This isn't fantasy. These technologies exist in laboratories today. By 2050, they'll be standard. February 24th, 2022. 4:00 a.m., Russian forces begin border crossing. At 4:01 a.m., Ukrainian AI defense network detects movement before Russian command even issues attack orders. Quantum-encrypted communications instantly alert every defensive position simultaneously. At 4:03 a.m., the first drone swarm launches. 5,000 autonomous micro-drones disperse across 200 kilometers of border. They don't attack immediately. They map. Every Russian vehicle, every soldier, every command post identified and tagged in real time. Russian commanders notice something strange. Their encrypted communications are being jammed, not by traditional electronic warfare, by AI systems predicting their frequencies before they even use them. At 4:15 a.m., Russian artillery begins bombardment. 152 mm shells arc through dawn sky toward Ukrainian positions. They never land. Directed energy weapons track and destroy every single projectile in flight. Russian gunners watch in confusion as their shells simply disappear in flashes of light kilometers before impact. At 4:30 a.m., Russian armored columns advance. T-72 and T-90 tanks roll forward with air support. Then the drone swarms attack. Imagine 1,000 angry hornets, each carrying explosives, each with perfect targeting, each knowing exactly where to strike. Tank optics shattered, engine intakes clogged, antenna arrays destroyed. Within 10 minutes, 40% of advancing armor is combat ineffective without a single Ukrainian soldier visible. Russian helicopter gunships try to respond. Hypersonic interceptors eliminate them at 15 kilometers range. Pilots don't even see what hit them. But here's where it gets complicated. Russia has 190,000 soldiers. Ukraine's 2050 tech, even at 10% deployment, can't be everywhere simultaneously. Russian commanders, confused but not defeated, adapt. They switched to mass infantry assaults with minimal electronics. No radios, no GPS, just old-school tactics. Human wave attacks that trade lives for ground. The AI systems struggle. They're designed for high-tech warfare, not World War I-style human waves. Drone swarms exhaust their limited charges. Directed energy weapons can't target individual soldiers effectively among civilians. And then the brutal math kicks in. Ukraine's defending with future technology, but still has only so many soldiers. You can't be in 10 places at once, even with exoskeletons. Russian artillery, learning from failures, begins firing at maximum range with saturation bombardment. Some shells get through. Infrastructure starts taking damage. The directed energy weapons need electricity. Destroy power grid, weapons go offline. Week 2 of conflict. Ukraine's 2050 technology has destroyed or disabled 60% of Russian armor, eliminated air superiority, and caused devastating casualties. But 3 critical problems emerge. Supply chains. 2050 tech requires 2050 manufacturing. Drone swarms need replacement units. Hypersonic missiles need production facilities. Laser weapons need rare materials. When stocks deplete, there's no resupply. You can't 3D print quantum computers in basement. Energy demands. Directed energy weapons consume enormous electricity. Exoskeletons need charging. AI systems need power. Russia targets power infrastructure specifically. Without electricity, future weapons become expensive paperweights. Numbers still matter. You can have the best technology in existence, but if enemy has 10x more soldiers willing to take casualties, eventually you run out of ammunition, power, and people to operate systems. Week 3. Ukrainian forces still winning tactically, but losing strategically. Every engagement is victory, but territory is being slowly encircled by sheer mass of Russian forces. The 2050 tech creates local superiority everywhere it's deployed, but it can't cover 1,000-kilometer front lines simultaneously. So could 2050 technology change Ukraine conflict? Yes, dramatically. What it would change: Russian air superiority, completely eliminated armored warfare. Russian tanks become death traps. Artillery advantage, neutralized by directed energy cyber warfare. Quantum encryption makes it irrelevant. Casualty ratios, 51 in Ukraine's favor, minimum. What it wouldn't change: Russia's numerical superiority still exists. Supply chain limitations become critical. Power infrastructure remains vulnerable. Territory is still controlled by boots on ground. Political will determines outcome, not just technology. The harsh truth: even with 2050 technology, Ukraine would need Western support, international pressure, and Russian domestic issues to achieve victory. Technology creates advantage, not guarantee. One Ukrainian soldier with exoskeleton defeats 20 Russian soldiers. But what if there are 100 Russian soldiers, or 1,000? Eventually, numbers overwhelm innovation. Future technology would turn Ukraine conflict from desperate defense into dominant victory in tactical sense. Every battle becomes showcase of technological supremacy. But wars aren't won by technology alone. They're won by logistics, economics, political will, and simple, brutal math of attrition. The real lesson? Technology amplifies advantages, but doesn't create miracles. A soldier with laser rifle is still just one soldier. A drone swarm is devastating until it runs out of drones. Future weapons are incredible until power grid fails. The depressing conclusion? Even with technology from 2050, Ukraine would still need exactly what it needed in 2022: international support, unified population, strategic brilliance, and enemy mistakes. Technology changes how you fight. It doesn't change whether you can sustain fighting. My last brain cell is officially broken after this one. Next video: what if ancient Rome had nuclear weapons? If military analysts don't destroy me in comments first. This analysis respects actual ongoing conflict and real human suffering. It's theoretical exploration of technology impact, not entertainment of tragedy. Technology matters, but courage, strategy, and international solidarity matter more. History proves this repeatedly.